Would you like to be in this video, Olive? Huh? Do you want to be in this video? Do you want to talk to people? Welcome back to the channel. We have been trying to film this for, honestly, 3 weeks or more. We made this post about the Q&A for everyone to drop their questions for us. I made this post a month ago, so I'm so sorry that it has taken us this long to sit down and film this. We just have not been able to until now, but got my laptop here because it's just easiest to read the questions straight off the post.
Let's do it.
Again, thank you to everyone who submitted questions to this Q&A. I'm sure Austin and I will do another one of these at some point in the future. So if we don't answer your questions because we're not going to be able to answer them all, or if you have a question, we'll do this another time.
True.
Alright, so we'll just start right in here. Sherry Sunshine says, "It's finally being married everything y'all thought it would be. My husband and I dated in high school and college for 5 years. We just celebrated 29 years. Congrats, guys, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it has only gotten better with each year as long as we've kept God at the center." And then she says, "It's weird to me. We aren't much younger than your parents, but we never had kids. So seeing you and Katie, I always think we could have had kids y'all's age, even though watching y'all feels more like sisters and friends to me." Thank you. That's really sweet, and thank you for submitting your question. I think that yes and no.
The way it works. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes and no. There's things that are so great that I could not have anticipated. Mostly that's how I feel about it. Just having a best friend and having a support system and someone that's always there for you to bounce ideas off of. And it's so nice just always having someone there. I guess there is some things I didn't anticipate, and it's funny. It's always having someone there, which is a wonderful thing, is also something that it's not bad, but it's just different. Like having that person constantly there with you versus just seeing them on the weekends.
You guys have video proof of this.
What are your thoughts, Tom?
No, it's true. It's just different. It is obviously great in so many ways. There's a lot more responsibility that goes along with it.
There is, sure.
You know, just all those different type of things. But it's fantastic, you know. Getting to see Corey every single day is, you know, when we were long distance for a long time, and then even when I was here, you know, we wouldn't see each other every day still. So that part's been really great.
Yeah, and I guess since we were long distance, we have kind of a little bit of a different perspective on it. Of course, a lot of people are long distance, but being long distance for 3+ years now, being able to see each other every day, that's really special.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We appreciate that. Bright Purple Viking asks, "When you both have a day off, what is your favorite thing to do together? My husband and I like to drive down country roads we haven't driven on before, find the Greasy Spoon restaurants with a local flavor, and find local artisans as well." That's definitely fun things to do.
Those are all nice, yeah. Mostly just rest.
I know.
Just to be honest.
We're kind of busybodies.
A little bit.
We kind of go and do a lot. One of my favorite things is just in the evenings or whenever we get a chance to just sit on the couch and watch whatever we're watching. Matlock, NCIS, whatever it is that we're watching, that's fun. And just anything, going out to eat together.
Sure.
Being in the woods together.
It's funny, you know, I say just, you know, relax and rest, but whenever we do get the chance, we hardly ever do that. We're always finding something to do with our time.
Yeah, we're not good at resting.
No.
We both have hobbies and projects, and when we have time off, that's just what we want to do.
Pretty much.
Anita Tinney says, "Are you and Katie gonna do more Driving in the South videos, or will you and Austin be doing them? I just love the chit chat and the bloopers. You always lift my spirits." Thank you. That's really sweet. Katie and I will definitely continue to do them. It is a little bit hard doing videos together now that I'm married, and we're only like 15 minutes away from each other, but that adds you know, kind of an extra struggle or roadblock, so to speak, doing it. I just have more responsibilities, and it doesn't mean that like we're going to stop doing videos, but it's not as easy as just knocking on the wall saying, "Hey, do you want to go film a video?" Kimberly Holt says, "Do you still use your red light before you go to sleep when we want to hear Austin play with you and Katie?" I still have the red light at Mom and Dad's, so whenever I do stay the weekend with them, like this past weekend, Austin needed to go back to his parents, and I stayed here. So I still use it there, but I don't have one at this house, and to be honest, when I go back to mom and dad's and use it, it almost annoys me. I'm like, I know this is probably better for me, but I cannot see a thing. Like,
Yeah.
this is
See,
aggravating.
that would get on my nerves too.
Yeah, so I may have to ditch the red light bulb there. And there's been a lot of questions on here that ask if Austin is gonna play music with us, and he does. Me and him definitely play music sometimes, so that needs to be on our list to play music with him and get him on the channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll let you answer this one first, babe. This is from Joyce. Thank you, Joyce, for submitting this question. What or is there anything you both have found hard about being married?
Finding time.
Yeah.
Time to do things. Being able to get everything you want to get done in a day's time. That's the main thing. And that's not even necessarily just because we're married, but it's because we're both busy all the time. And, you know, we both have full-time jobs. And then she takes up a lot of our time too. So just, you know, like she said, we both have hobbies and, you know, things we like to do, but being able to find time to do those things.
Yeah, I would probably agree.
And, you know, everything's on us. You know,
it
everything's
is.
on us.
Everything is on us, and just the house stuff, which I feel like I helped mom a lot when I still lived at home washing dishes and whatnot, but just owning a house and cleaning and dishes and laundry and everything else, I mean, that is like a full-time job, just trying to manage the house. So that has definitely kind of thrown, I think, both of us, at least me, for a loop, just trying to add that into everything else. And
on top of everything you already do.
Right, and it is a feeling of it's all on you. Of course, my parents are 15 minutes away, your parents are like an hour and 45. I mean, they
still,
would help us, but it's in our day-to-day life, it's on us. And that's been, like, in one way, that's been really cool and really good. I think that's made me build my confidence, but it's also been really hard.
Yeah.
It's been both. Yeah, this is another question. Margaret Chase just asking about, thank you for submitting your question, asking about us playing music together and does it create joy for you both? It definitely is super fun when we play music together, but it's like another one of those things, like I always say,
we don't do
time.
it as much as we should.
No.
But we do it sometimes.
Okay, He Reigns asks, Austin, what is your favorite thing Corey has cooked for you?
That's a good question. First of all, she's just a really good cook in general. So there's been nothing bad so far.
Thank you.
Favorite thing though, I don't know, that honey
Chicken?
honey garlic chicken that you did the other night was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Wasn't bad.
Yeah, no, it tasted like you guys have ever had sesame chicken, kind of like that, but then she did rice and other stuff with it as well, and it was really good. Oh, no, you didn't do rice. You did mashed potatoes with that.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was actually my first time making mashed potatoes by myself.
They were really good, though.
They were, and I like to, because Mama does this, I like to use like a hand mixer and just whip them, but I borrowed her hand mixer because I don't have one, and it's old, and it's kind of on the blink, so like, if I even got it this deep into the potatoes, it just quit. So they ended up with kind of a weird consistency, but they were still good.
They were really good, though.
This is an interesting question from Max Briscoe. First question, does Austin play any hunting games such as The Hunt or Call of the Wild?
No, I don't play any games, really.
Second question, what will be your next update home improvement to your home?
That's another good question.
Yeah, we definitely, we don't know. We got a list of things that we still want to do.
Yeah.
We'd like to improve the park in here eventually.
Yeah, that's probably, at least in terms of big things, that would probably, I would say, be next on my list, because if anybody comes over here, it's kind of hard to explain, but you basically, if you're driving, you got to back out, or it's a hard time turning around. So,
yeah, it's kind of aggravating.
Yeah.
Bill White says, have or will Austin and your dad hunt together? Will you be training Olive to tree squirrel? She looks like she make a pretty good squirrel dog, and that would be handy to have as part of your soft prepping lifestyle.
No, we have not hunted together yet, surprisingly at this point, but
You'd like
definitely like to. Yeah, as far as Olive being a tree dog, I don't know that she's got the attention span for that.
Yeah, it's pretty whip short.
Yeah, she's plus she has no rhyme or reason. She's just chaos.
She is. She's really just chaos, and she gets She gets very distracted, and she's very oblivious to things too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I think if she knew the squirrel was there, she would try to get it. But the thing is, she'd be distracted by a lizard over there. So
yeah, I don't know if she would be that great at that.
probably not.
She's also very lazy.
She's being very sweet right now.
Yes.
She's being nice for the camera.
Yes, just for the camera. When we cut it off, she'll go wild again.
I think you guys have seen a little bit of what she does.
Oh, yeah. Marilyn says, what is Austin's favorite fish to catch when he goes fishing, and do you like to go fishing with him?
Well, first of all, I don't fish as much as I should. It's another one of those things, making time. But it's funny, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Around here, it's all about trout fishing for the most part. Obviously, people bass fish around here too, but a lot of people do trout fishing because it's, one of the best spots in the country to do it. But where I grew up, it was all bass fishing. I was not in a place where there was trout. So that's what I always grew up fishing for, what my dad's always fished for the most part. So I'd have to say bass.
Bass?
Yeah.
I really have only been fishing with Austin once, but not because I don't want to. I do enjoy that. I did catch a catfish, yeah. So that'd be something I would like to do more of, is get to fish together.
Absolutely.
I apologize if I am mispronouncing anything, but this to me looks like Kirigana.
Yeah.
And they say, is there a hobby of Austin's that you've picked up, become interested in, and vice versa? Then there's some more questions, but we'll answer that one first. Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
No, I think that's a good thing too, though, is that we both have our hobbies that we like to do. And, obviously not that we don't want to be together all the time, but it is nice. Anybody who's married knows it's nice to have your own personal time to do what you like. So.
It is. And then also, what's the one thing that you like about your neighborhood, that you both like about your neighborhood?
It's quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet and still, and there is people. There's kind of some people closer than...
It's not many, though.
No.
It's not a big neighborhood by any means.
And it's very quiet and peaceful and safe, and we're kind of tucked back in the trees.
Yeah.
So I like that. They also ask, what are your favorite shows to watch together?
Well, she mentioned NCIS.
Yeah.
We're kind of nerds. We don't branch out at all with our shows.
We just like to watch the same one.
We always watch the same stuff. So NCIS. You just started watching Matlock.
Yes, I love Matlock.
I guess, yeah. And what else do we watch?
I watch Golden Girls, The Golden Palace.
But she watches them.
Yeah, I watch that by myself.
I'm not into those.
No.
Real Tree Monster Books.
Yes.
Whitetail Freaks.
Yes.
The big ones.
I do. We watched Seinfeld together before we were married.
Yeah, for a little while.
What else do we watch? I don't know, but honestly, I kind of gravitate towards like the old sitcoms. Yeah. Those are really not that old, but...
One of my favorite shows is The Office.
Yeah.
It annoys her, which I understand.
I don't know, I just never could get into it. I've seen a lot of it, I just never could get into it. Those are good questions, though. Oh, and there is one more question by Kiri here. What is your favorite book and why? What's your favorite genre? Oh man, it's so hard. I have so many favorite books, but I do have to say I think one of my all-time favorite ones is called The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. It's a thriller book, but it's just very interesting because it's set on a boat, on a ship, and that to me was just very different than most of the thrillers that I had read, and I've read all her books. I love her books. She's one of my favorite authors, and she just has a really good way of writing that keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
And at one time, I would have said my favorite genre of books was thrillers, but I kind of go back and forth. I like just different stuff.
Yeah.
What about you, Doll?
I'm not a huge book guy, so the one that comes to mind, Hunting Whitetails by the Moon by Charles Alzheimer.
Cool.
I'm a nerd.
Hey, that's okay. I love you.
I love you too.
We can be nerds together.
Right.
There's some more questions about if we play music together. What are some of the songs we play? That's from Jared Shaw. Thank you, Jared.
We played several different things.
We were working on Paper Rosie by Jimmy Watson. Yeah. That was fun.
Working Man Blues.
I forgot about that.
That's above my pay grade,
well,
at least.
It is mine too, really. But we did learn part of it.
Yeah.
Ophelia Blair. Ophelia, that's such a beautiful name. Corey, what are you currently reading? I'm reading Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe. I hope that's the name of it, by Heather Weber. I've had that book for probably at least a year, and I think I started it once and just ended up getting busy, but it's a really sweet book, so I would recommend it if you hadn't read it. What are you and Austin most looking forward to doing together this summer? You can see how late I have been on answering this because the summer is drawing to a close, at least a little bit.
It's coming to a close, but I think we've already done it. Probably going to the beach, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we did get to go to the beach and go to a concert and
oh yeah, that's true. The concert.
Hang out together. Yeah. We've enjoyed that. Cindy Devine, does Austin like to cook? Did he learn how to be so handy around the house from his dad?
I do like to cook a little bit. I'm definitely no expert by any means, but I like to like grilling. Grilling deer meat. Really grilling any kind of steaks or anything like that. It's mostly what I like to do. And yeah, I pretty much learned everything I know from my dad, so no doubt.
Ty Young asks, first question is for Austin. I have been considering buying a fishing kayak. Have you got an opinion on them since you bought yours?
So here's the thing. I haven't used it enough to form an opinion yet. Out of first impressions, it just depends on what you want to do. If you just want to go out there and you're not super serious about fishing, then just getting one of the cheaper like paddle kayaks is just fine. But if you're super wanting to focus on the fishing part, they're much more expensive, but one of the pedal kayaks is going to be really good because, and that's not what I have, I just got one of the cheaper ones, but the pedal kayaks will allow you to fish a lot more than, fighting your position. So right. That's what I would say.
And then they also asked, do both of y'all hunt or just Austin?
Just me for right now.
Yeah, you
have hunted before.
Yeah, I hunted when I was a little girl with my dad. I killed like a really good turkey one time that had like a 12-inch beard and big spurs. That was the only thing I ever killed. Yes. And we deep fried it and ate it, which was really cool. But when Katie and I were in high school, we went to like a dual enrollment high school where we were actually in college classes and we could never miss them. So you couldn't be absent for more than like twice or they basically failed you. And so we just never really got to hunt with Dad. And then we were in college and then life just slips away. But I was actually mentioning just in the last couple of weeks that I would like to.
That's what I was going to say.
To go hunting again.
Yeah, I've mentioned it.
I would like to do that.
I think that'd be cool.
Rowdy Broomstick. Does Austin know how to cook? We talked about that.
Yes.
He definitely knows how to cook.
The basics, anyway.
Yes, and if he does, is it something his mom taught him?
Yeah. Mom definitely taught me a little bit, and then, just trial and error of kind of doing it as well.
And they also asked, Corey, if Austin asked to help you field dress a deer or do all of it, with him only telling you what to do, could you and would you?
She could do it.
Yeah, I think I could. I definitely would. That's kind of the part that I'm partially the most interested in.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit tender-hearted, so I'm probably not going to love the actual harvesting, killing the deer part.
The actual killing part is
not super fun.
Is the least favorite part,
yeah,
I think, for most people.
I'm not really going to probably love that, but knowing that I can provide really good, clean meat for my family would mean a lot to me, and the self-sufficiency of being able to harvest an animal that we believe God put here, harvested in the correct way and in the humane best way possible, following all the laws and whatnot, and then being able to preserve that and put up that meat to eat on for the winter. I just think that that's amazing. So, and I've done that with Dad. I've definitely learned how to skin one, how to put up the meat, but it's been a long time, and I'd like to be able to just kind of get my hands on it and do it kind of from start to finish myself. It's kind of a goal of mine.
You could do it, though. You've seen it done before, and you could do it.
Yeah, so thank you for everyone who sent in a question. Thank you for watching.
Thank you
God
very much.
bless you and keep you, and we will see you on the next video.